Hi there, my name is Laura Beveridge. I'm here at the KPMG Irish Open at Carton House, and I'm going to talk through some of my driver sessions here. We've got the TrackMan, I've got my coach behind me, and we're going to try and hit some bombs because that's what's required on the course this week. So today it's wind heavily off the right. I don't know if you can tell by how blowy my trousers are, but it's way off the right. So we're going to try and hit like a little bit more up the right hand side of the range, so it's more like into the wind, you know. Let's hit some.
How much does wind direction, particularly in practice rounds here or on the range, impact what kind of shot shape you're trying to hit?
Well, the good thing is with TrackMan is that it can normalise the numbers. So, because it would be easy to get distracted by what the ball's doing out there. I mean, obviously we need to, on the course, be able to play into wind and stuff. But for me, it's a bit like, I would prefer to see what the actual numbers are minus what the wind's doing. But yeah, right now, I mean, we're expecting to see this turnover a good bit. I guess providing that I'm able to have good centeredness of strike and like the launch that I want. But yeah, we try not get too phased by what the ball's doing out there, because obviously it's blown in all directions once we get out in the course. So TrackMan should tell us the normalised numbers, and then we try and take that onto the course.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So is this then as much of a stock drive as possible?
So with this driver, I'd expect to see it fade in a little. We launched this one pretty high also, so it should be like a high, lower spin, slightly cutty kind of shot. That would be ideal. Like that we can keep in play.
Okay.
Most of the time. Yeah. And we're not really working on a whole lot driver-wise at the moment anyway. Just that it's like a constant that we just try and clear the body of it. And when we clear the body, I think, which we might have mentioned in the previous driver session that we did, when we clear the body, it can just hold it off a little into the wind. So it gives us that consistent, like, low spin kind of fadey shot. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So we're aiming out towards that. I don't know if you can see, there's like a number 18 out there, because that's kind of straight back into the wind. Like that's pretty good. I think centeredness of strike would be good. Yeah. Everything was pretty neutral actually. So even though, like if you'd seen that drive, you know, it started on the 18, roughly moved, 15, 20 offline, and the ball will move, like for every mile per hour wind, we'll allow that for movement in the wind. So it's like a 15, 20 mile an hour wind today, so the ball's moved like 15 to 20 yards left. So yeah, and it moved that, but everything suggested like minus no wind, it should have been straight.
Okay. And then so for hole like 10, which is, I mean, depending upon the tee, reachable par 4.
Aye, downwind.
Downwind.
This is the
downhill.
forecasted wind for the tournament, yeah.
Would you tee the ball up any lower? Would you try and like squeeze one out there a little bit, or would you tee it up a little bit higher? And try
we'll go a little bit higher, yeah, because that also promotes lower spin so that it can catch the wind a bit more. So should we just tee one up for last?
Yeah, if you could, demonstrate how one would do that.
Yeah. So we're just going like, I mean, yeah, that's fairly high for me. Like there. And that just helps promote me have like, if I can bottom out the swing a little bit earlier, catch it on the up. Lower spin. The wind also like won't knock it the same, like it'll like carry through the wind a little bit better. So yeah. And maybe also just try and hit it a little bit harder. That would also help. Okay. Yeah. Just to get an extra couple out of it, you know. Because we like that, Johnny. We like just stepping on one, you know. Yeah, it's fine. It started a little left, so I'd presume just slightly closed face. But everything else was pretty neutral, so it's good. Yeah. So just to try and hit up on it a little bit more, like bottom out the swing a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so are there any holes in particular that you would try and tee it down a little bit lower?
Let me think. So anything that's into the wind or off the left.
Okay.
Because the shot we like to see is that kind of high, and we're clearing the body, so it might just leak a little bit right. For me, like any wind that's off the left, like that doesn't. It's a bit more like we need to think about that a bit more.
Okay.
So I can't just do my stock numbers from there. So we'll tee it up a little bit lower. So that would be more like this kind of tee height, like a drilly one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to tee it up a little bit lower, not tilt the shoulders as much either, like keep everything a little bit more like stable, level, and just trying to like stay on top of it a bit more, like this way, because if it's teed up lower, I can't like fall back on it, because I'm just going to hit the ground. So if we're teeing up a little bit lower, try and stay on top of it and keep more like centered on top of the ball as opposed to hitting up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So we'll try hit a little like drilly kind of one. And also like ball a little bit more middle of stance, just to make sure that the bottom of the swing is at the ball. Yeah, that's good. And again, like if anything, like it can give us that slightly heely side shot,
Yeah.
but that, like, at least I know to expect it with the lower ones, and it gives us this little kind of drilly one, more like a fairway finder kind of shot.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 What else you got for me there, Coach Keil? You got anything?
Coach Keil, is there anything jumping out?
Put you.
There's actually not a single tee shot where we're going to peg it low out here.
Okay, so it's teed up as high as possible and let it go.
And launch it around here, yeah, all week. Okay. That is the plan.
So you alluded to trying to hit bombs.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of setup a little bit different, or is it teed up nice and high again? And
teed up high, try and stay loose, because that's like, we've noticed that my club head speed goes up a lot when I'm looser. Like often when you see the long distance driving guys, you know, they are like pumped, but they get so much club speed because their range of motion is so wide, you know, it's so vast.
Yeah.
So when I stay loose, it means I can kind of, like a elastic band, I can kind of flip through it, you know. When I'm tense, that's when, you know, you lose a little bit of speed through the hands and stuff when it's tense, because you're not like delivering the club as fast. So stay loose. That was an old Monty thing, by the way. He used to always say that he would stay loose.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm channeling my inner Monty without the voice, you know.
I mean, his career has been pretty fantastic. So if you can learn from Monty,
he's done pretty well for himself.
Doing okay,
He has, yeah. So yeah,
right.
So we tee up a little bit higher.
So let's see one of these bombs.
Let's hit some bombs. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes also turn my right foot in a little bit, right? And that just turn it in the way a little bit.
Okay.
And that just creates a little bit more torque on the knee, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like on the backswing. Yeah.
Yeah, it creates a little bit more like tension in the knee, so that it can like coil out faster, like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's try hit some bombs. Here we go.
I mean, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
What's your? It's a rudimentary number. What's your stock carry with the driver?
Like 240.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple out there, like that bunker on where was that now? The par 5 on the front nine.
4.
And it was like 241 carry yesterday, wind just off the right, and he was like, "Oh, you need to step on this one," and it literally pitched like just on the top of the bunker.
242.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And that was us stepping on it, you know.
And then for a shot like that, trying to hit that bomb drive, what would you be looking for trying to get to?
Well, that was my bomb drive, and it was 243.
There we go.
But we've had a couple, like yesterday I was really trying to step on and it was up to like 250.
Okay,
you know.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, other conditions, like yesterday it was a smidgy warmer, so I didn't have my jumper on. I'm just maybe feeling a bit like looser and stuff, like warmed up, ready to go.
Okay.
And a little bit of adrenaline in there, you know, maybe coming down the stretch. We'll get an extra couple out of it, I reckon. What do you think? Yeah.
Very good. Listen, let's get one more bomb and then we'll leave it at that. We'll let you go.
Nice.
Actually practice.
Let's see if we can do that again. Step on it. Yeah, that's pretty good. And
If you want us to follow you for the 4 days, we're happy to do that. They're perfect drives.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I would take that all week. It's great. Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. The course is set up great. I think for my game, like this is a strength of mine, like hitting the driver. So there's a lot of caddies out there that are like 230, 235, 241. So if we can get this going, then we can make a load of birdies. It's great.